Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's weekly musings is sexuality, gender, and consciousness. I'm doing a series of weekly musings, and I'm using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, this particular article was written 11 years ago, and the world has evolved a lot since then, and I've evolved a lot since then. I haven't read this article since I wrote it, so I'm going to say that most of my articles are evergreen and their information is still very pertinent, and I will summarize the topic based on everything that's going on in the world today. I will stop myself in the midst of reading it if I find something that is misinformed or wrong and give you an immediate correction. Sexuality, gender, and consciousness. On the radio show that I had at the time, the theme for February was about love. It started with emotions and then went to love, and then the most recent show was on sexuality. Emotions are the language of the body. Consciousness only experiences joy. Body personality feels and emits a wide range of vibrations. It expresses itself with emotion. Babies cry when they're wet. They cry when they're tired. They cry when they're hungry. And as adults, our bodies do the same. They just have a wider vocabulary. Love is a heart-opening experience. We can't truly love without being able to merge energies with another. Consciousness is love with a capital L. In searching for love, we're actually seeking to experience that greater infinite connection with the essence of who we all are. In expressing love, we are giving from the greater aspect of ourselves. Our sexual preference is more than a biological urge to procreate, although conception brings love into form in the most physical way. It's also about love. Attraction is both genetic and psychological. Gender is about identification. What is happening on the planet is the higher vibration of consciousness is coming more into physical form. It's more than just increased energetic sunshine. It's also a greater inner resonance. As this brighter light emanates from within, it illuminates shadows. It disintegrates limitations. Things are no longer black and white. There's an entire spectrum available to us. So now we have beings coming into form that don't identify with the sex characteristics of the body they're inhabiting. On one hand, this is confusing to me as I see our bodies as genetically designed for us. As consciousness, we create a reality down to the smallest detail. When I step back and observe from the perspective of consciousness, I get a greater understanding of what's going on. On one level, it looks possibly chemical, that there's so much added into our food and environment that it affects hormonal development. So the body you signed up for doesn't end up getting manufactured in the way that you asked. But on another level, it's about the creativity of consciousness. As consciousness, we can create in the blink of an eye. As consciousness, thoughts instantaneously become form. In the physical realm, manifestation is slowed down. Things take time to change. These infinitely capable and creative beings can't blink their eyes and shapeshift after they're embodied here. Another aspect of this is as consciousness, everything is harmonious. In form, we experience dichotomy and discomfort. We create challenging situations for the fun of it. We come into difficult circumstances because as infinite beings, we love the creative conundrum. A voice in the back of my head asks why this should even be a problem. As we radiate greater consciousness, identity roles dissipate. Our hearts are opening to more and more possibilities. As we accept others' right to choose, we're allowing more options for ourselves in everything and anything in our lives. Consciousness is love. You are consciousness. You are love. You created your body from love. Love is the life force energy in everything. Anything that doesn't appear loving is the shadow side of love. Shine light on it, and it will either disappear or transform. Here's a powerful exercise for this week. Sit still and tune into yourself as consciousness within. Notice what it feels like. Notice where in your body you feel it. Imagine this energy increasing. Feel it emanating outward. Sit in this experience for as long as you feel like it. The next step, after you've had some time to feel it from within, is to imagine it radiating into all aspects of your life. Anywhere that you experience conflict, see it being enveloped in this warmth and light. You don't have to assign it the label of love. You don't have to love your enemies. You don't have to love your stepmother or your mortgage bank. You just have to emanate this vibration of consciousness to the situation or circumstance that includes these things. It's best not to have a preconceived notion about what you want to happen. That's placing limitations on the results. Remain curious. Miracles will happen when you do that. And if you do that, please let me know in the comments below. I love to read your comments. Okay. Okay, I was really nervous when I started reading this because I've been keeping a blog since 2003, 2007, something like that. And I clearly had written something else like this before that was really super ignorant. And maybe I did go back and put a note on it, sort of an apology to the future. This doesn't seem quite as ignorant as I was worried about. I still do wonder whether or not we are all infinite beings. We create an order for our body and we pop out in the one that's the wrong gender. If it is to do with all the plastics and all the things in our diets and everything that do change the development of the body that we're creating within. But on the other hand, we are all greater consciousness. And the amazing thing is that even if we get the body that is manufactured incorrectly, we have the opportunity now to correct it. And in the transgender people that I know, it's pretty amazing to see how they've changed into being more fully who they are. And so that in itself is a miracle. So if you like these videos, please share them with your family and friends and on your social media. And please click the heart button, the thumbs up button. Please like and subscribe. And doing all these things will tell the algorithm to get this out far and wide and to someone who really needs to see this information. And if you want a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the skybox technique. It'll give you a drone's eye perspective of what's going on in the world today. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, click on the link below to my self-study course, and you'll learn techniques that'll help you navigate your life as consciousness. And if you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com, and there you can find out about my individual sessions and my coaching program. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you next week in another Weekly Musings.